Let me introduce our candidates. We've arranged them in alphabetical order. First we have Lee Erickson, Mike Leonard, Kathy Cepeda, and John Van Tassel. It's outstanding that they've taken part and that they're here this evening to join us. Our first question will come from reporter Tim Greco for candidate Lee Erickson.
We recognize that the Village of Cold Spring is an independent entity. However, its governance has a significant impact on the rest of Phillipstown. Where do you stand on a location for the post office, which is the village's comprehensive plan acknowledges is an important part of Phillipstown main population center? What specific steps have you taken to ensure it remains within Cold Spring?
Well, I think the post office is a vital asset to the citizens of Cold Spring as well as Phillipstown at large. I do most of my mail and postage right through Cold Spring when I'm in here banking or shopping. I believe Butterfield, I'd really like to see that Butterfield project take place and move forward, and I think the best place for that is to stay right here in the village of Cold Spring at Butterfield. I don't believe moving it to Garrison is in the best interest at all of the village here. I think people need to have a post office within walking distance. It's a major importance to have that here.
Okay, Mr. Leonard?
Okay, the post office is obviously in the village of Cold Spring. Overall, obviously, people from Cold Spring and North Highlands utilize it. We know, of course, the Garrison post office takes care of Garrison and Continental Village. There's a central point for the town, I think, for the village. I think we can, if we take a look at everything and how it's laid out in the village, it's an important point. It's a point where everyone can walk to and go to and be able to utilize. It's an issue where, again, the town, which basically the positions we're running for, work with the village in this particular area and take a look at it. Obviously, you have to take a look at the actual layout, what's necessary, what kind of other projects, obviously, which was mentioned already, is the Butterfield project. All of that, the Grove and so forth, all of those issues surround that area and have to be looked at and should be looked at as one large comprehensive plan to make a decision where best to locate it for the people of Cold Spring.
Thank you.
Before we look at an actual post office, I think we should look at the definition of a post office, what has traditionally been a place for mail to be carried out. I know that the United States Postal Service is in direct competition with email and different types of technologies. So I think before we come to a final conclusion, we really should examine all the facets of what truly is a post office in our century and where is it going. We certainly know that everyone loves services. We as Americans, we appreciate convenience. And certainly locating a traditional post office in the center of community serves the people here. It's a vibrant community, and with the 10,000 inhabitants here, certainly staying in the downtown area would be something of convenience for all the residents. So I agree with our candidates as far as the physical location.
Thank you.
I actually remember when the post office was on Lower Main Street. So as a child, I remember going down there. So it's not the first move for the post office. I just wanted to make that note. I think it's very important to keep a traditional post office. Obviously, it should be near the seniors. Seniors, and I don't want to criticize them, but there's not a lot of use of technology. So they're very dependent on going to the post office, going to the drugstore, and going to the supermarket. And it is a convenient location where it is, but obviously this isn't working out. But I do have faith in the mayor of Cold Spring and the boards of Cold Spring to make sure that the proper decision is made. I don't think it would be proper for the town to try to influence the boards, so I will rely on the faith of the mayor and the village of Cold Spring to pick a good location, whether it's Butterfield or if it's some other location within the village, but I think it is important to keep it in the village of Cold Spring.
Thank you.